Hi everyone, we're going to do a 20-minute gentle flow class today. We're going to keep everything really low on the mat, really grounding down into ourselves, into our breath, and hopefully leave feeling really nice and refreshed. So whenever you're ready, meet me in the middle of your mat and we will get started. So we are going to come down into a child's pose to start with. So knees nice and wide, sending your hips back down into the mat and walk your hands forward, resting your head down on the mat. Just stretching out through the fingertips, really pushing your sit bones down into your heels and start to focus in on your breath. So take an inhale through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth. Again, breathing in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. This time I want you to start connecting to your core. So inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, start to draw your belly button back towards your spine. Continuing that breath at your own pace. I just want you to slow down the mind, not worry about anything that's happened today already, or anything that may happen after this session. Just really focusing in on you, your physical health, your mental health. Spending the next 20 minutes with the only focus being on you and your body. Really connecting into your breath, grounding down into the mat. And then when you're ready, I want you to slowly shift your weight forward. Bring your knees in slightly, and then you're going to slowly lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. Placing one hand on top of the other, I want you to rest your forehead down onto your hands. Now I'm going to hold myself up just so the microphone isn't touching the mat, but I want you to rest your head down on your hands. From here, you're just going to turn your heels out slightly. Toes are coming to the edge of the mat. We're going to start connecting in to the lower body. So from here, I want you to squeeze your right glute, and that squeeze is slowly going to lift that right leg off the mat, lower it down. Again, squeeze the left leg, so squeeze the right left glute, that left leg lifts and lower down. Exhale as you lift the right leg, lower down. Exhale as you lift the left and lower down. So alternating sides. I really want you to focus on that connection to your glutes. So you're squeezing the glute before you lift. We're not just lifting through the leg, you're squeezing that glute, and that's what's lifting the leg. Heels are in towards each other. Just warming up through the body here. Resting your head down. Just 2 more on each side. Focusing on that breath. Last one on each side. And release it down. From here, you're going to bring your feet together, squeezing the heels together. We're now going to work into the upper body. If this is ever uncomfortable with your legs together, you can spread them out hip distance apart. So from here, you're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to lift your head, neck and shoulders off the mat. Your head stays in your hands. Slowly lower down. Again, lifting yourself up. I'm just doing this with one hand just so the microphone doesn't hit the mat. And lower down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. You can do it. Just 3 more like this. Squeezing those heels together. For 2. Last 1. And hold it down. From here, we're going to do the same thing again. So you're going to take an inhale. Exhale, you're going to lift the head, neck and shoulders off the mat. Head stays on your hands. From here, you're going to bring the elbows in to the waist. Then you're going to shoot the hands forward. Exhale, pull the hands into the back. Inhale to bring it forward. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, pull it forward. If you want a challenge, you can lift the feet off the mat. Squeezing the glutes, strengthening the lower back. Just 4 more here. You can do it. For 3, 2, last one, and lower it down. I want you to push back into a child's pose, just releasing any tension in that lower back. From here, shifting your weight forward, coming down to lay on your side. I want you to come all the way down so your head is resting on your arm. The bottom knee is going to be bent into a 90-degree angle. That top hip is pushing away from you, extending through your top leg. From here, you're just going to point the toe. You're going to lift that foot up, lower down, lift and lower. Exhale to lift, inhale, lower down. Try not to flare through the rib cage, so you're bringing your ribs down towards your hips, belly button is back towards your spine, shoulders are away from your ears, and then your full body should be in one nice long line apart from that bottom leg. I was going to say front leg then, but I meant bottom leg. Just 3 more here. For 2, really nice and slow. Last one, hold that leg there. From here, you're pointing through that toe. You're going to sweep that leg forward, and then you're going to flex the foot, push the foot back. So point through the toe, sweep that leg forward, keep that hip where it is, try not to sink into your hip. Flex the foot, push that heel back. So you point, bring it forward, flex, bring it back, squeeze the glute at the back. Going at this at your own pace. If you want to go a little bit faster or a little bit slower than I am, this workout is yours. Make it how you wish. Just 3 more here. Really point through that toe, find the length through the leg. Last 2. Last 1. And hold that leg there. Just squeeze the glute at the back and lower it down. Good work. Flipping on over to the other side. So flipping yourself all the way around, coming down to lay on your right side. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is pulling away from you, that hip, push it away from you. Making sure that rib to hip connection is there. Pointing through your toe, you're going to tap the toe down and lift, lower and lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. You got it. Keep it going. Really nice and slow. Control each movement. Resist that leg on the way down. Just 4 more. For 3, 2, last one. Hold that leg at hip height. Really point through that toe. You're going to sweep the foot forward. Flex the foot to bring it back. Point through the toe. Bring it forward. Flex the foot to bring it back again. Try not to sink into that hip. So if you need to, you can place your hand on your hip to keep it where it is. Find that extra length and space through the leg. So imagine I'm there and I'm pulling your leg slightly further away from you. Enjoying this movement. Flowing through each position. 4 more like this. For 3. Squeeze the glute on the way back. Last one. Hold that leg back. Just squeeze the glute at the back and lower it all the way down. Good work. Flipping onto your back. Extending your legs away from you. Hands come up overhead. Enjoy the stretch here. And then you're going to squeeze your heels together, slightly turn out your toes so your knees are slightly turning outwards. We're going to go into the roll up. So you're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest, round through your spine, really slowly coming up and over those legs, stretching forward. Try and make sure that your shoulder blades stay down into your back. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll yourself all the way back down. 2 more like this. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, squeeze the heels together, really slowly roll yourself up. Try not to use momentum. And then slowly come all the way down. Good work. 1 more like this. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, squeeze the heels together. Squeezing those inner thighs to bring yourself up. And then 1 vertebra at a time, roll yourself all the way back down. Good work. Okay, keeping the legs where they are. I'm just going to shuffle myself down slightly. I want you to cross your right heel across, or your right ankle should I say, across your left. Hands come out to the side, hands behind the head. Or should I say elbows out to the side, hands behind your head. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to curl yourself up into an abdominal curl. Lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down. Really pointing through the toes, so finding that length and space through the entire body here. Sliding your ribs down to your hips as you lift and lower. Belly button is back towards the spine. Elbows stay nice and wide. Try not to pull those elbows in because it just makes it easier to pull on your neck. Elbows stay nice and wide. 5 more here. For 4, 3, 2, last 1, and release it down. We're going to do the same thing again, but this time you're going to bring your elbow to your knee. So you're going to bring your left elbow to your right knee. Extend away. Bring it in. And extend. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower down. Really squeezing that right oblique in. Extend. For 6, 5. Try and look towards your back elbow. For 4, 3. Relax the muscles in the face. Last 2. Last 1. And release. Switching sides. So your left ankle is coming over your right. Elbows stay nice and wide. We go back to that abdominal curl. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl yourself up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Making sure that your shoulders are away from your ears. Pointing through your toes. Connecting into the lower abdominals. Just 6 more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good work. Lower down. Reset. We're going to bring our right elbow to our left knee. We're going to curl up. Extend away. Exhale to come up. Inhale, release. Just 8 more like this. For 8, 7, 6, really curling up into that oblique. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and release. Hug those knees in and rock your neck from side to side, releasing any tension. And then coming back to center, placing your feet down into the mat, hands down by your side. You're going to curl your hips up, so rolling your hips up into your shoulder bridge, making sure that your ribs are knitting down into your hips, and then slowly articulate the spine back down. Again, rolling the hips up, pushing out through your heels, 1 vertebra at a time, rolling the spine up, and then slowly melting all the way back down. On this next one, you're going to hold it up. So you're going to roll your spine up into your shoulder bridge, hold it here. From here, I just want you to lower your hips, lift, squeeze, lower down, lift and squeeze. Making sure that your legs are parallel, hip distance apart. If you ever feel any pain in your knees, you can slightly turn your feet out. If not, feet are also parallel. Scooping up through the pelvis, not flaring through the rib cage. Just 3 more here. For 2. On this last one, hold the hips lifted. Float your right leg into tabletop. You're going to lower the hips, lift and squeeze. Lower and lift. You've only got 5 more here. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold the hips high. You're going to switch legs so the left leg is floating into tabletop. We go again. You lower the hips and lift, lower and lift. For 5, really squeeze that glute at the top. 3 more, 2, last one, and place the feet down. Hold the hips high, just squeeze the hips even higher. Squeeze those glutes. And then slowly roll all the way down. Good work, everyone. Hug the knees in. We'll finish with a nice stretch. So just rock and roll the spine up to seated. Coming down onto all fours. And then I want you to just tuck your toes under. Push yourself back into a downward dog and just pedal out through your heels. If you are tight behind your hamstrings, you can have a soft bend through the knees. Really pushing out through the palms of your hands. And then press both heels down into the mat. Again, if you need to, you can have a soft bend through the knees. From here, you're going to float your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend the knee open up through the hip. Try not to hit anything like I am. And then sweep that leg through into your lunge. Lower your back knee down, untuck the toe, and slowly push yourself up into your lunge. Make sure that your hips are parallel. Really focus on sending the hips down into the mat. Chest is nice and high. Feeling that release through the hip flexor. And then shift your weight back slightly. I just want you to heel toe your foot to the opposite side of the mat. And then let your knee fall out, coming down into your pigeon pose. So your right heel should be into your left hip. Pushing out through the palms of your hands to start with. Sending your hips down into the mat. And then coming down onto your forearms if this feels good. And then switching sides, so coming up into your plank, sending the hips high into your downward dog, and this time we go with the left side. So your left leg is coming up, bend the knee open through the hip. You're going to sweep that leg through, come into your lunge, drop the back knee, untuck the toe, and push yourself up, opening up through the chest. Again, make sure that those hips are parallel. Try not to open up through the hips. We really want to focus on stretching out that hip flexor. So making sure that the hips are parallel. Make sure we can get deep into that muscle. Focusing back in on your breath. Inhale through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Shifting your weight back slightly. Heel toe your foot to the opposite side of the mat. Let your knee fall out, coming into your pigeon pose. Sending the hips down into the mat. And then if it feels good, you can slowly come down onto your forearms. And then slowly rocking onto your glutes, coming into a seated position. We will finish with a few deep breaths together. I just want you to place one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach And slowly close down your eyes. Feeling your heart rate slowly coming down. Feeling the rise and fall of your breath. Showing your body some gratitude that you have the ability to move your body every single day. We sometimes should switch the narrative from I have to work out to I get to work out. It not only can help with motivation, but it also helps to be grateful for your body and for that ability to move your body as and when you want to. And then when you're ready, slowly opening the eyes. We'll take one last deep breath together. So take an inhale, lift the hands up overhead. And then exhale, bring the hands down through heart center. And you are all done. Great work, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this 20-minute gentle flow. If you did, don't forget to subscribe so that we can work out together again. And hopefully I will see you on the mat again very soon.